Welcome back. This is Paul with OUTPACEsys, and this is our report for the 20th of June 2008. In a nutshell, stock indices fell last week between 2 and 4% and are now below their 10-week moving averages. International markets are doing the same. Lots of talk about crude oil. It seemed to stop climbing, but actually simply moved sideways, and its trend up remains intact. As far as equities, we're going to work some major support levels that, if broken, might initiate a more protracted fall. Let's see how that worked. This week we saw a rather severe fall in equities across the board, to the tune of between -2 and -4% for the Dow, Nasdaq, and the S&P 500. The Dow and the S&P are now 10% down so far this year, while the Nasdaq is about 0%. What is most significant this week is seeing that now all three indices are below their 10-week averages, confirming the bearish posture we've been following for several weeks now, with the Dow initiating this trend and now being at the lowest level of the three indices. This is Dow, S&P, and Nasdaq. Support levels are a bit lower than the current levels, so we expect a bit of a further fall for at least the next several days. The support levels should provide strong holding, but are the last barrier before a potentially major fall if they are broken. So in our short-term portfolio, we'll be looking at short positions for the next several days. This rather bleak situation is reflected on the international markets also, where right now all countries we follow show negative year-to-date performance and a downtrend posture for the last couple of months at least. This is the weekly view, followed by the year-to-date performance. As you can see, all the countries that we follow are in the negative now. Sectors obviously don't fare much better. So this is the performance this week. The year-to-date performance is mostly negative, with the exception of energies and materials. The financials are down 25% already this year. So where is the action? A lot of different things have been said about crude oil this week. The cold fact is that it has just been in a sideways move, and its uptrend has not been broken at all. The year-to-date performance is the fantastic 45%, which has happened mostly in the past 3 months. This chart shows fairly clearly how oil has just been slightly working sideways for the past 2 or 3 weeks, but it's clearly still going up. On the other hand, gold, that has had a very nice week with a plus 3% performance, is still in dire straits somewhat, and is probably heading down a little further. Government and corporate bonds are now in a definite downtrend. This coming week promises to be quite interesting. Good luck with your trading. I'll talk to you soon.